There is this story of a lady who was constantly being abused by her husband. And each time the husband is beating her up or insulting her, he will always call her illiterate. Each time the man calls her this name, she doesn't even understand the meaning of the word illiterate. So one day she went to one of the neighbors and asked, "What is the meaning of the word illiterate? This word, my husband uses it every time he's beating me up or insulting me. He will use that word illiterate." Then the neighbor told her it means someone who does not know how to read and write, someone who is not educated. So from that day, she now said to herself, "So this is what my husband calls me every time. This is what my husband uses to insult me every time." It became worse. The situation went to the extent that the man decided to throw her out of the house. The man told her, "Get out of my house, I don't want to see you again," and so on and so forth. She had to pack her things, leave, and went back to her parents' house. She said to herself, "What am I going to do with my life? Am I just going to allow my life to waste away?" She took a challenge upon herself. She said, "I will go to school." Looking at herself, at her age, she cannot go and join those in the primary school, to attend the primary school with them. She decided that she will enroll in evening school. She started the evening school. She was done with the primary school, and then she wrote her common entrance. She continued to the secondary part of the education, still going for the evening school. She was able to finish that one, and she wrote her WAEC and she made her papers. The next step was to go to the university. She now went to the university. Though it was difficult, but she applied herself. She did all she could. She went extra mile, getting tutors who will put her through, and so on and so forth. But she was able to be on top of the whole situation. At the end of the day, she was able to graduate. Considering her age, she could not go for service, but after graduating, she got interested in going into politics, and then she went into politics. As time went on, she was able to rise in her party, and she got to a point she decided to contest for the office of the governor of the state. She contested even though she did not win, but the fact that she contested, she was a candidate, she was seen on television everywhere. The man who threw her out of the house one day saw her on television, and the man said to herself, "Could this be this woman I threw out of my house? Could this be the woman I said I don't want to have anything to do with?" He was shocked and surprised. Guess what? What was the level of education of this man who threw her out of the house? The man had only an ND, national diploma, and that was what he was using to brag about and make a marriage of the life of this woman. There's an important point I want to make here, that in life we will face all kinds of things like what this woman faced. If she had said to herself, "At this stage of my life, there's nothing I can do. My mates have graduated from school, my mates have done this and that," I'm sure she will not have gone back to school. I'm sure she will not have taken the evening school and all that. But one thing she did for herself, she challenged herself to pursue her dream. She challenged herself to make meaning out of her life. Look, let me tell you, we live in an age of social media. We live in an age where we have all kinds of information. You go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, you see people put out information about their lives, both the ones that are real and the ones that are not real. And then there are people who look at these things and start killing themselves. Please, do not pressure yourself. Do not allow another person's timeline to pressure you, to put excessive pressure on your life. Do not look at the life of another person and begin to put excessive pressure on your life. We all have our different paths in life. There are some persons who find it difficult to get admission to the higher institution. They go through the jam, they write several times to get admission. But when once they get admission, they don't experience delay in school. All of a sudden they graduate, they go for their youth service, and then some of them get job immediately. While there are others who find it very easy to go through jam. They just get admission immediately. Maybe the same year they finish their secondary school, they got admission, went to the higher institution. They never had issues with jam. Just one take, they've started the university, and when they are through with their university, they come out and they have other kinds of delays in their lives. Some of them, they are looking for a job, it takes them a longer time. But whereas someone who had delays before getting into the university just finished and then got a job immediately. We have different experiences, so do not pressure yourself because of another person's timeline. We have different destinations in life. I don't know whether you've noticed this. There's a phenomenon I see along the road when people drive. You see somebody is driving along the road, all of a sudden he discovers that another vehicle behind him wants to overtake him, and he decides to speed up. He doesn't want somebody to overtake him. Now, I'm pointing at an issue here. Why are you hurrying? You were moving at a particular pace. All of a sudden, because someone wants to overtake you, you want to ensure that he doesn't overtake you. You are competing with the person. Where? Competing to where? Do you know where the person is going? You have a different destination. So many vehicles come in a roundabout, but each of them is going to a different direction. They come to a roundabout, each of them has its own destination. So you have your own destination in life. I have my own destination in life. Do not allow another person's journey, how far the person has gone, to begin to put pressure on you. It's a very common thing. People tell you, your mates have done this, your mates are now married, your mates are now graduates, your mates are this and that, your mates now they are driving expensive cars, your mates have built houses, your mates have children, and so on. While they are busy telling you about your mates that have achieved all this, remember, some of your mates are in the mortuary, some of your mates are sick, some of your mates have died, some of your mates are mad along the street. Different challenges have befallen a lot of your mates, but here you are, where you are. Be focused. Do not allow distractions come on your way. If the lady I spoke about in the story had told herself, look, my mates have done this, my mates are here and there, and she got distracted and couldn't go back to school, I'm not sure she would be where she later became, where she later arrived in life. Do not allow anything to distract you from your goal. Unless you don't have a goal, if you don't have, then you need to have one. Unless you don't have a dream, then you need to have one. Do not live your life based on competition. Your neighbor or your friend bought this and you went to buy that. Is it part of your plan? Is that going to help you? What you went to purchase, is it going to help you? Is it something that will add value to your life? Or you are just living your life based on competition? There's this couple that always discover that whenever they are moving out, their neighbor, the husband of the lady will always open the door for the wife. And then this couple watches this. They always watch this second couple always moving out in that way. So this other young lady now said to the husband, can't you see that couple? Every time the man will open the door for the wife, you will never open the door for me. Then one day, the man called the wife aside and said, you don't know what is happening in that family. That man, the handle of his door is spoiled. So he will have to come out and open the door in such a way and manner that the door can be open. Otherwise, the wife will not be able to come inside the car. He was not doing it for, a romantic gesture or whatever. That is how we kill ourselves in life sometimes, when we compare ourselves with other people. There are some people whose life appears to be very perfect, as if there's nothing, going wrong in their life. I bet you sometime, if you have an eye opener to the issues in their life, you will not want to trade places with them. The point I'm making is this: do not pressure yourself because of another person's journey in life. Barack Obama, the president who became the president of America, the United States of America, at the age of 47. The person who succeeded him, Donald Trump, became the president at the age of 70. While the person who succeeded Trump, Joe Biden, became president at the age of 78. You can see the age differences. Some arrive at certain positions early in life, some arrive later in life. What matters is, do you know where you're going? Are you really on the track? Then do not listen to other voices. Do not listen to what other people are saying. That will only distract you from your goal. You have a dream God has laid in your heart. Then get busy fulfilling that dream. Do not allow distracting voices, competing voices, or all manner of voices that will come to discourage you, that will come to tell you, leave what you are doing and begin focusing on what other people are doing. I want to tell you that as long as you keep yourself focused on the dream that's in your heart, on what you're doing, sometime you may be the one to break certain records. You may be the one to reach a particular goal that no one has ever reached before at your own age. You may be the one to do something no one else has ever done before, with your own condition, with your own situation. So I want to challenge you till I see you in the next video. Keep your eyes focused on your dream. Do not put pressure on yourself, a kind of pressure that will distract you from your dream, that will distract you from your goal. God bless you. Till I see you in the next video. Keep yourself focused.